Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Gladius, and I think we're pretty much cinching our victory at this point in time. We've destroyed a bunch of Eldar bases. Looks like there's a couple more over here. We killed the Drukhari. And what I'm going to do is probably kill the Eldar. And then once I've killed the Eldar and moved our guys towards the Astra Militarum base, because I'll get a better idea of just how many forces our opponent has. At that point in time, I will start just focusing on getting the tech for the Primaris, and then I'll kind of end the game with the Primaris units here to give us something to compare to with the unit types, because what I suspect I'm going to have to do is unlock tech I don't have right now to give comparisons to the general Space Marines to allow us to see what the general Space Marines look like compared to the Primaris. I should have moved those guys first. That's a mistake on my part. These damn forests are blocking me up here. Well, I definitely want to take out the Scorpion. Those guys are as dangerous as all get out. Get you advancing forward. Have the aircraft explore while we're moving down here. Alright, we'll have you just sit back and attack. Keep moving you forward. Yeah, see, they've got a ton of stuff over here, so I wonder if I'm going to find an Astra Militarum army that I'm going to have to fight through. I'm suspicious. Alright, well, let's just keep pushing forward. Get you to here to heal. You can go there to heal. Oh, you jerk. Let's try to kill as many units as we can. Again, we want to keep pushing forward. Alright, you are now healed up, so let's try to get you into combat. You're way back here, so let's move you up to here. Now, you generally don't want to leave all these neutral forces just moving around, because they will act just like neutrals in the beginning of the game, and that includes running around and uncapturing your points, which can be a real nuisance. So getting them taken out can definitely help you not only get a bunch of easy experience and influence if you have a company captain over there, but will also allow you to keep locking down your forces. Because everybody can use that increased resource generation. You know, there's so many different nodes that have influence gains. You know, it's the item shops, the corn, I guess it's not a ton, it's those two. I was just gonna say maybe it would make sense to reduce the amount of influence location since there's double, whereas there's only single for all the other things, but I guess if there's only two, it doesn't make a lot of sense to make a lot of changes. Plus the influence dependent armies may really get kneecapped if you're starting to play around with some of those allocations. And that's always something I'm worried about when I'm playing, is I don't want to inadvertently make the game easier for myself. I just don't know where I want to deploy these guys. Get you over here, take that. Move you over to here. And then maybe we'll just have you positioned down here. And start getting ready to get closer to the city. Get some devastators. Because I suspect that's what the Hellblasters will be compared to. Can't believe you just stole my kill. Alright, he's down. Have you guys just keep shooting here. They're killing my... Centurions. Alright, let's see here. We'll just have everybody kind of come over here. Now the question is how many bases do these damn Eldar still have? And I guess that answers the question. There's nothing like a chain sword to teach you all that you need to teach you that all your superiority and intellect are for naught. Doesn't that say it everything? Why do they waste their bodies and minds against us? Indeed, when we can agree that there's more serious threats out in the galaxy. That's just the Eldar way. Annoying little creatures. Alright, so I would say we've got a little over 80% of the map under our control at this point in time. So now we just gotta run across and try to start finding where the Astra Militarum bases are, and I think that should bring this campaign to a close. It'll probably be drug out a little bit, since I do want to show the Primaris units, since that was really the whole point of this whole playthrough. Damn it. Damn it. Alright, let's try to focus down the scorpions. I've got to believe that there must be a bunch of Astra Militarum over here if his scorpion force is this way, because they weren't fighting me. Oof. Alright, we took him out. Well, let's start deploying these guys to the south of the city here. So we can start pushing from the south. Alright, I suspect that I should be able to beat this game today. I think we only have to take out the Imperial Guard left, and here's their base. I suspect they probably have more than one, since it looks like the Eldar were coming over here to fight them. So we'll try to send up this force up here to sneak attack them and take out their base, as we're pushing from the northeast here as well. I will start unlocking the Primaris unit so we can see what kind of techs they have and see what we can do. I think had I realized that these guys were not their own faction, I probably wouldn't have wasted my money on it, but we'll see. It doesn't seem like it's dramatically different from the normal gameplay with the Space Marines here. Because they were all under the same faction, I thought it was going to be a totally new faction with the Primaris Marines compared to the regular Space Marines, but I guess it makes sense that that probably wasn't going to be the case, because that would be pretty redundant. I don't know if there's lore-wise there's enough there for it to be its own unique faction. But we're just kind of moving all of our guys around here and slowly making our way to the end game here. Actually, I think if I boost up his accuracy, this should be a one-shot kill. And it was. Which means I can move you up here and heal. Because once you get these heroes kitted out, especially with the Space Marines, they just become amazing tanks to just soak up all that Overwatch. So I know there's items that will allow you not to take Overwatch. Or trigger it, I should say. But for our Space Marines, I would actually rather them all be taking all that Overwatch. And that way our vehicles can keep moving forward and doing damage to them. Yeah, see, I can see the Imperial Guard all the way starting to come up here with their capture points, so that is in fact what's happening as these guys were battling each other. Ugh. Yeah, see, these Scorpions and everybody else are just so strong. They can really just mess us up. Yeah, see, there's a whole Imperial Guard army over here. So that makes me a little suspicious that I might be getting myself into some shit if I get moving too far here. But we'll keep trying to push as much as we can here. But yeah, the Eldar actually have the potential to be incredibly tanky in this game with their high tier units at the end here. At the beginning, they're pretty squishy. It's like, let's just try to clear this damn wire weed out of here. Dang it. Got a little ahead of myself there. Alright, I just need one of you to be able to get an attack here. I don't know if you're going to be able to, from what I'm seeing. Here we go, you should be able to get over here. Pretty much just want to keep slowly pushing and capturing all these points. As you can see, our economy is just getting totally out of control. And we can pretty much build anything we want with high tier units every turn. I think we're just going to skip with these guys, because I'm definitely going to need more reinforcements than what I've got to keep pushing, because by this time in the game our opponents are going to have a lot of very powerful end game units as well, as you could tell with those Bane Blades and everything that they had over there. Oop, I don't think I actually read about the intercessors here. Let's see here. I think if I go to the compendium, I must have just clicked so quickly out of reflex that I didn't actually read it. Let's see, what were those guys called? I think the intercessors or inceptors. Which one did I unlock? Intercessors. I think those are pretty much just like the regular, regular Space Marine variants. So let's see, intercessor squads are capable of laying down punishing fire while advancing and holding ground against the enemy. They have access to a range of bolt weaponry suited to varied battlefield assignments, from engaging enemies at long range to cleansing bunker complexes. So they have a bolter rifle, rapid fire at half range. So pretty much you want to be right next to them. They've got bolter discipline, last stand, extra infantry army, and they shall know no fear. Orbital deployment, crack grenade, overwatch. So I'm not actually sure how that's different from our tactical marines. We'll get one of each. Looks like they cost the exact same thing. Tough versatile infantry versus tactile. Alright, so let's compare the two. See if there's really enough here to justify getting this new DLC units here. And I'm just going to drop this down here so it can soak up some Overwatch fire from all these Eldar guys. So hopefully we can continue to push forward and then start fighting the Astra Militarum, who, like I said, I think is going to be the last faction that we have to fight here. Maybe I'll get these things going too, just to err on the side of caution. Get that. And then we have the Primaris Invader ATV as our next unique unit. Yeah, see, he's definitely got bases over here. We can see us founding new cities as we're speaking. Question is how far over here does it go? I'm guessing since that's got one population, you must have literally just built it. So Primaris Invader ATV is fast vehicle equipped with a Gatling cannon. The Invader is a highly flexible all-terrain vehicle, perfectly adapted to an aggressive reconnaissance role. Outfitted with the Onslaught Gatling cannon, it can rapidly deliver punishing fire against vulnerable parts of the enemy line, or swiftly engage and destroy scouting elements of opposing forces. So it's got the cannon, which has low armor piercing but a bunch of attacks. It's heavy, so it's reduced accuracy after moving, which kind of surprises me. Because you would think with this game, you'd want to be using this as like a hit and run thing, but you can attack and then run away too. And then you got the bolt rifles. Both improve with the bolter drill. Looks like a lot of these things, each one of the weapons and stuff has all the tech. I mean, that's, or all the lore and stuff in there, so it definitely adds more to the game and the flavor if you needed to know more about them. Let's take a look here. Oh, nope, he's maybe got other cities here too, so yeah, we're going to just have to push all the way across, which is good, because that should allow us to keep going here with these guys as we start to push up. Unfortunately, we're just not quite ready to start pushing yet. Because our forces are still pretty far behind. But they're getting there slowly. Actually, I might just move you up here. And you can come here and take that out. But again, I'm not quite ready to start pushing with those guys. We've got this all under control now. So let's start loading these guys up into the vehicles. And then you can come over here. You guys are still working on healing him up. These vehicles over here all look real good. Damn, even with that you can barely move, huh? That surprises me. Alright, well, let's just move you into here. Keep advancing these guys. I think you should pretty much be healed by now. Looks like he is. So let's start shifting you guys over. Same with you, and you start repairing the aircraft. You need to just heal there. You just chill here. Launch your missile. You can launch your missile too. Yeah. That's funny how early in the game you're like sitting there dying to get influence, and by the end of it there's so much influence you don't even know what to do with it. That's good. That's how these games should be. I mean, it should start out hard, and then by the end, when you're capturing the whole map, you should feel like a major force. To be reckoned with. And overpowered. And I guess let's just move you over here. There's so many units. Attacking this city, I guess. Alright, you guys are here. You actually cleared everything out. So maybe we'll just put you on auto walking this way. To help clear this stuff. put you in that, because that'll be faster for you. Get you over here. Alright, let's see here. So bolt gun. I guess I can't technically compare yet. I'll just keep him there, I guess. Slowly start advancing here. Alright, and we need the ATV. I guess we can compare that to a land speeder, because that would probably be the closest equivalent, although a scout bike, I guess, could also be an equivalent. So maybe we do that instead. And then I guess I'll get a Devastator while things are still being upgraded. Get ourselves another aircraft, and then we'll get the aggressors next. I think the Storm Speeder Thunderhawk is another one, so let's take a look at that as well. Yeah, they're actually starting to launch missiles at me here. But I guess in their defense, I am destroying their city. There's the Robo-Dorm tank on this game. So Primaris aggressors, close quarters anti-infantry unit equipped with Flamestorm gauntlets, capable of spearing devastating offenses or shattering the most determined enemy assaults. Aggressors are walking ceramite strongpoints. They excel at close quarters combat and laying down torrents of devastating fire before crushing their foes beneath their energized fists. So they get the Flamestorm gauntlets, Breakstorm grenade launcher, range 1, twin linked increased accuracy. And then twin-linked power fists, melee. Alright, well. Doesn't look super exciting. I have got to drop down these scorpions, so... Well, I kind of hate to do this, but if I can guarantee to kill the scorpion, I think I gotta do it. Oh, I see what's happening here. He's on an elevated platform, so I can't push through and get into melee. I was like, why was that damage so low? Alright, I do have to get you into healing here, so let's just keep you there. And we'll do something like that. Try not to give him vision. Of my units. Easier said than done. Yeah, see, they're popping smoke, which is the right thing to do. It gives you a pretty significant damage reduction, to range at least. Oops. One thing I wish it didn't do is when you had the ability to heal, it still automatically switches you onto the next unit. Instead of saying like, oh yeah, you have the healing abilities here, you probably would want to use that. Oh shit. Oh, it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but I did attack the wrong unit there. Should have killed these guys, these warwalkers. They're definitely the most dangerous of units that he has over on his side. let's run you up here. Same with you. And you're going to capture this. You can get up here, because that wire weed is still messing me up. Actually, instead of doing that, I should probably be moving you up here to start fighting the city. Which I still can't see for some reason. There we go. I do like that if you click and hold, it tells you whether you'll be able to attack the enemy unit or not. So you don't accidentally move into a spot where you couldn't do what you wanted to do. It's not always clear when your view is obstructed. Alright, let's take a look here. So we've got 18 health. These ones got 29, so almost twice the amount of health. These ones have a bolt gun. 2.4 times 5 armor penetrating a 2. .45. 2.44, armor piercing a 3, armor piercing, less accuracy. So pretty much these guys are just tankier and slightly more armor piercing. And this guy decided for some reason to fill my aircraft. And then we will get the aggressor. And I feel like, well, no, Terminators are melee for the most part. So I wouldn't say that they're directly related to each other. Let's see what the Storm Speeder Thunderstrike is. Let's get that going. And then again, we want to keep buffing up our resource generation with all of our production. Just looking to see if we have any combos left. Looks like that one we haven't taken yet, so we'll do that. And let's keep searching. So yes, he's got another, so he's going to have several bases over here, it looks like. Yeah, he's got multiple Bane Blades and everything over here too. Just don't know how far they've pushed. So Storm Speeder Thunderstrike, fast assault vehicle with powerful anti-armor armament. Thunderstrike, outmaneuver the foe at every turn, targeting the vulnerable points in the armor, fuel stores, and missile hoppers to turn tanks into raging fireballs. Just a single Thunderstrike is capable of destroying armored breakthrough attempts, and when one is on the battlefield, few enemies are safe. So let's see, it's got twin-linked Icarus rocket pods. So this has increased accuracy against flyers. So pretty much you want to use this against, this is like an anti-aircraft, anti-vehicle. Armor piercing. Alright. Let's take a look. So these are our ATVs. And these are the aggressors. So let's pull you guys back a little bit. This is my land speeder. Now the land speeder has 39 health. These guys have 29 health. This one also has multi-melta upgrades and the heavy bolter with a lot of movement, and it's a hover. These ones have less movement. Bolt fire Gatling. So I think overall I would just rather have... These guys have more armor, just like everything else the Primaris have, so they're a little tankier. But honestly, I think I'd rather just have land speeders. Now here's our aggressor. And let's see, Flamestorm Gauntlets, Breakstorm, Twin-Linked Power Fists. I don't know, guys. Not looking too optimistic for these game-changing things here. I guess if you're a real big Warhammer fan and you really like the Primaris, but I don't know if I can really recommend spending the money on this. And it'd be one thing if there's like some unit that you're totally gonna be in love with. It's kind of like the, you know, these Devastator Centurions. I think those were a DLC unit, and they just totally became the most powerful unit on the roster. So I think it makes sense then, if you're big into Space Marines, to want to use those guys. I mean, you have the Terminators too, which are still very good. But if they're like, for example, these are my favorite factions, so for me, the DLC to get that really makes a lot of sense, because I want to be able to be successful with my campaigns, right? But I can't foresee myself really focusing at all on the Primaris from what I'm seeing. It just doesn't seem like it adds enough to the game thus far. Now we'll see. I haven't even made my way halfway through their roster yet, so maybe there's more to it. I sure hope there is. Let's see here. Let's have you keep pushing. Yeah, you're healing there, which is unfortunate because flyers can't take over locations. So by having him there before I captured it, I'm effectively reducing my resource situation. Not that I'm hurting for resources. But every little bit helps, right? What I should probably be doing, though, is focusing on killing this city. Oh, that's an AT. Do that. All right. Land Raider. Storm Raven. Yep, got that. I guess we'll build a Centurion while we're waiting, since we're pretty getting flush with cash here. And build these. And another one. And then the next unit we had to unlock is the Primaris Hellblaster. So we've got this city almost down. We've got this stuff over here. Maybe we'll drop one of those down here. And then I forgot that I had the Centurion here. So I might as well unload him and kill the Rogaldorn tank there. And then actually if I unload you here, you can just do that. And we took that out, so now you won't be spawning guys perpetually on top of me. Because that is one thing the Imperial Guard are definitely good at. Obviously this Field Ordnance unit is a newer DLC unit for the Imperial Guard here too. Range of 3. I don't know, it doesn't seem that interesting, really. Looks kind of cool, effectively just some big Hauserts, but... Alright. Now here comes the perpetual movement of the Imperial Guard. Primaris Hellblasters, heavily armored, armor-piercing, ranged infantry. Few foes can survive the incandescent fury of the Hellblaster squad, whether they be a Tyranid Hive Tyrant, Orc War Boss, or Heretic Astartes battle tank. All are reduced to ash and slag by searing, well-aimed plasma fire pouring from the Hellblaster's ferocious weapons. Plasma Incinerator standard, armor-piercing 9. So pretty much these will be the alternative to our Devastators. They can do a supercharged or regular attack. Well, I'll transport him over in just a minute. Should be able to outkill them so much, but it's not really a big deal. Ooh. This guy's actually got injured. Oh yes, that's right. And the smoke not only reduces damage you take, but also blocks line of sight. I had forgotten about that. Alright, and I'm going to just pull back with you. You guys can all keep advancing forward here. Drop the Psychers down before they weaken all my guys. So that's definitely one of the things they're good at. shit, I didn't mean to do that. Alright. Yeah, let's just keep moving on. They do have the capability of getting really good anti-air units, so you do have to be a little bit careful when you're fighting the Imperial Guard, not to overextend yourself with your Air Force, because they can definitely punish you for that. Alright. What do you got? A hunter-killer missile or whatever it's called? Alright, let's take a look here. So, I think those two are pretty much equivalent. We've got our aggressors over here. I've got a scout bike, which I guess could be an alternative here. Now, the benefit of the scout bike, though, is that it also allows you to deploy with deep strikes and still have action points left, whereas these bikes do not. Obviously, the scout bikes also have the scouting ability, Hammer of Wrath, non-bomb weapons, shotguns, bolt guns, mines. Reduces their movement if they hit them. Alright, those are Devastators. So then we want Hellblasters and Devastators to compare the two. And then the other thing is the Devastators benefit from the Devastator Doctrine. I don't know if the Hellblasters are going to benefit from Doctrines too or not, so I guess we'll have to play around and take a look there. Just capture that from underneath our opponent. And just send the Storm Raven over this way, I guess. Do something like that. And then the next one is the Inceptors. So let's get that going. Oop, that's actually their last... Nope, they have two bases here. So I need to slow my roll a little bit so I don't accidentally kill them before I'm ready. Powerful short-range unit equipped with jump packs. Equipped with heavy jump packs, Inceptor squads are superb spearhead troops that deliver overwhelming blows to the enemy, plummeting to the surface from on the very edge of the world's atmosphere. They strike with a devastating force, unleashing a hurricane of fire that turns the whole squad's enemy infantry into bloody mist. So they have the Plasma Exterminator. 6.4 armor piercing of 7. They have the jump infantry. They can cycle their weapon loadouts to supercharged. I'm not sure what the supercharge does, so we'll have to take a look at that. So pretty similar to our other things. They're just the ranged jump infantry, which could be definitely good. We'll take a look at the Primaris Dreadnought here. And we have Assault Terminators and Primaris Executioner. And I think those are all the new units here, so let's take a look. So let's see. Looks like they are not benefiting from my supercharged. 6.4. 9.6. 3 attacks, armor piercing, a 9. 3 attacks, armor piercing, a 9. Accuracy 67. Accuracy 67. So it gets hot. Unit loses hit points each time fires weapon. Okay, so pretty much you just have to decide, are you willing to take damage while you're fighting there. And then this one here. You know what? I take this back. I think this one's probably supposed to be more of an upgraded speeder, land speeder variant here. And then I think these guys are supposed to be more similar to the scout bikes. I think this is how the difference of these units are here. I'm not sure what the equivalent to the aggressors would be here, because it's certainly not Terminators. And like I said, the Hellblasters are just variants of the Devastators. Alright, we'll get those, I guess. Actually, yeah, I'd still want to get the Devastators just to have something to compare to. And then, I guess we'll just bring all these guys up to keep fighting. Try to stop him from going crazy with his other units here. These are Tempestus Scions. And we'll get to kill. The big thing with the Commissars is they have like a resurrection ability. Bane Blades, man, they are a real hard nut to crack here. Well, let's keep you over here. Alright, looks like you're pretty much healed up. Try to keep things going here. That's just a Bane Blade. It looked a little different to me for some reason. Not sure why it looked different to me, but it did. You can heal there. Oh, you want to launch your missile, that's what's going on. I'm like, why are you still flagging that you have things to do? Alright, slowly keep pushing forward here. And I think what I'm going to do is just keep these guys around here, so if he spawns guys, then I should be able to attack them. So they don't build up a massive force on me. But what I don't want is for him to be able to just accrue a ton of guys over here. Because if he does, then I'm going to have to kill them all. And that's going to be a pain in the butt when I actually want to bring this to a close. So we'll just capture all these locations, try to steal all the resources. Keep moving guys forward. And then that should allow us to keep exploring with some of these new units while we're putzing a little bit here. Alright, we'll move you up here. And let's just put that to sleep. We've got the Dreadnought being upgraded right now. So we'll have to see what that's all about. Which means I guess I should probably... Well, I never actually upgraded the traditional Dreadnought, did I? Yeah, see all the guys he just summoned out of the city here? That's the power of the Imperial Guard, is they can just rapidly deploy all these guys like this. So powerful walker unit with a vast array of weapons. Redemptor dreadnoughts are some of the largest of their kind ever fielded by the Adeptus Astartes. Armed to the teeth, they can be equipped to utterly destroy most any kind of battlefield target with hails of superheated plasma. So it has a macro plasma incinerator, a power fist, Icarus rocket pod, so it'll be good against also fighting flyers, so that by itself could be pretty good. A Gatling cannon, twin link storm bolters. It benefits from armor of wrath. It has the supercharged ability. And kind of the standard stuff there. So let's take a look at our research. I guess that means I have to go back and get a regular Dreadnought, but I would expect that the Primaris Redemptor should be much more powerful as it's a tier 7 compared to a what? Tier 5. And then what about my other guys? So I get a Land Speeder at tier 2. Tier 2 Intercessors are like the stronger Tactical Marines. I don't know what the use of this is compared to my other units, so I can't foresee myself ever using that. I don't really like these guys. I mean, they're tankier, so you'll have some benefit here. Hellblasters, I have to compare them to the regular Devastator yet, but you'd have to wait till tier 5 for the Devastator. I think the big thing for them is with the plasma, I can do increased damage and then just keep healing over and over again with them, and that should significantly increase their damage output in exchange for not benefiting from the doctrines. Alright, and here's our Devastators. So let's see, 22 health compared to 11. So that's one bad thing about the Devastators, is you get all these doctrines and things to boost them up, but then they get into a fight with the tank and it takes several of them to kill the tank, and the tank can wipe them out in one turn almost. So let's see, we got 12.8 times 7. 9 armor, so they're the same armor. That's the standard. 3 attacks, 3 models. 3 attacks, 3 models. So more armor piercing, a lot better accuracy, less range in both variations, and you want it to be almost right into the face of the opponent, because you'll get double fires when double the attacks when you do that. These guys still have access to the grenades like these guys do too. Let's get one of those dreadnoughts going here. And Scepter is being trained right now. get that going. Shoot down these bane blades. Oh damn, I would have thought you would have got that kill for sure. I think this, yeah, it's generally a armor piercing attack. Let's just focus on dropping the city. And we'll put you there. Alright, and we'll just keep advancing forward here and pretty much just deploy everybody around the enemy fortress while we continue to play around with what these guys have to compare these new units. And I guess with that, we'll just keep deploying Aquila's around his base to be able to shoot anything that comes out. Alright, you're here. I guess we can just pretty much move everybody over. Get the healing. You can just hold ground, you can hold ground, you can hold ground. Move you up to here, you can hold ground, hold ground. Get you a little bit closer in case we need more guys to fight around here. You're back into the action. Actually, what I should do is just take out that stuff here. Keep moving up with you guys. Alright, and let's hold ground. I guess just bring you guys over here. Bring you to there to capture this, because I never did capture it, I guess. Hold, hold. Capture. Hold, hold. Maybe what I should do is actually unload these. Like that, in case somebody actually wanted to see further comparisons here with the units at the very end. Maybe that's the best way to do this. Alright, I've got a land raider. Where is... okay, my Redemptor is still being created here. Alright, so Dreadnought, heavy walker that crushes opponents in close combat. The ground shakes at the advance of the Space Marine Dreadnought with a mighty fist and blazing heavy weapon. This armored war machine tramples the path of devastation through its foes. Alright. I guess we just keep moving everybody up here. Resurrect, or not. I guess we put an end to that already. So we got the Primaris. And then we have our Inceptors here. Same thing. Yeah, it gets hot, so it's still... So it pretty much increases their damage by a third. 20 health, 9 armor, 3 movement. Gets an additional movement when we do that. And it gets Hammer of Wrath, which increases the damage by 25%. So I think it could definitely be decent. It looks like there's only 2 models here per squad. Get a regular Dreadnought here. Yeah, I can't imagine Aggressor is meant to be the equivalent of a Terminator, but I guess I can just build one. Just to compare the two. Now we do have the Assault Terminator, which I don't think was a Primaris. I think that was actually a DLC unit. But we'll take a look at that as well. Just keep buffing all of our guys, I guess. Get you here. Keep getting our resources higher. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to call it quits here for the day, just because it is going to take a couple more turns to get these last units out here. So it may take 15-20 minutes, probably a little bit more, and then I'll give kind of my summary thoughts on this faction DLC. Well, it's not really a faction, I would just say, with the DLC content here with these Primaris. I think if you've been watching this episode, you pretty much know what I have to say. But, you know, again, I haven't seen all the units yet, so perhaps as I continue to make my way through the units, there'll be one totally kick-ass unit like the Devastator Centurions are, and that will totally change the gameplay, in which case if you do play online and you need to just totally devastate your opponents, then going with something like this is the way to go, because you can see between a Devastator, Centurion, and a Land Raider and a Storm Raven build was buffed with Apothecaries, or I should say supported with Apothecaries, and Thunder Cannon Tech Marines. That healing really allows these guys to go for a long period of time, and as you can see, you just kind of set up these healing stations here, pull guys back because they can typically take quite a bit of damage, especially at 112 health. Unfortunately, the Centurions can get themselves killed pretty easily by other units, but just works out pretty well to keep these guys alive. So I'm going to call quits here for the day. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. It encourages me to post more content for you. Have a great day.